G'day everyone, Reef from VerdaVap, dropping in to give you another little update and show you what I've been working on the past week. So since my last video update, I've discovered that some of the parts of the VerdaVap have, can you see in there, can you see the little loose metal bits, kind of like one in the top corner there, there's another one like kind of there. Yeah, they're little burrs on these holes, so that's one thing that I've been correcting. Another thing that I've noticed is some of the threads are like very sharp, like kind of right at the lip where it begins there were very sharp, like to the point where if you like push your finger down on it and then you were to rotate, you'll slice your finger. So I've been fixing that as well, and then same with the thread on this part. Some of them were quite sharp as well. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. So yeah, future revisions of the VerdaVap. I'm you know for a fact that I'm going to be noting down on my engineering drawings to basically. Oh well, another issue as well. There's been, see the machining marks. You can see the machining marks on the face here. That's been another thing that I've been fixing as well. There's machining marks. And there's machining marks down in here as well. I mean, yeah. So fixing the machining marks and burrs on both sides, and fixing up the threads so they're not so sharp. Right at the beginning there, sort of right where it begins, it just gets very sharp. So the process for removing the burrs, I've been I've mounted basically one of these in as a tool into the lathe and then just tighten it on, and then I've just been literally just with my hand, with a glove, hand sanding the threads just to remove the little bitey bit on the top here, so it's just not so sharp. And then to face these surfaces in here, I've had to make a few custom little turned wooden tools, and I've basically just been supergluing sandpaper on, superglue like accelerator to set the glue really quickly, and then cut it back with a cutting tool to get it to the shape, and then just using it to face the part. Then to make sure I get all the burrs off, I've got a really big light here, and then I basically turn that light on and then put it up so I really can see in there. And then I go through if I see any burrs, and I've been going through and just hitting every one, and then I'll check to make sure there's no burrs, make sure it's good, and then I've got compressed air up here, so I have that set up over here, and just blow, make sure, double check, make sure there's no burrs, make sure the thread is not sharp, make sure the surface is not horrible. You know, some of these things, obviously, like the burrs and stuff like that, that's not just an aesthetic thing. You obviously don't want any of that, so I've been fixing those up. The facing issue, the machining thing, that's, you know, functionally it's not going to change it, but aesthetically it's going to look better, and that's important to me. So it's taking a little bit of extra time. And really, the learning here is I've been paying down my ignorance tax on this. Now I know for future revisions that I'm going to say, make sure, you know, I'm going to note in my engineering drawings, make sure the threads aren't sharp, make sure there's no burrs. I'm going to note, deburr this, deburr that, don't leave a machining finish here. I'm going to note that these faces should be, you know, note a specific finish, and not, because if you don't note specific finishes, well, you get machined finishes, and yeah, so I've been paying down my ignorance tax for the last week, sanding metal parts by hand. That's what I've been doing. But we're getting very close. So what we have left, so we really don't have much left. I have some spare, I have about 60 or so more VerdaVap to do, as kind of like, it'll be like the batch 2. Essentially, I haven't done the wood for those yet, but the first lot that we have got is here. So those processes that I just said with those two pieces, these have been done to them. So they've all been They've all been cleaned up, and these are ready to clean. So literally next steps are go through, and I'm gonna stand over here and pressure, like with the compressed air, blow out any debris that would be left in there. And then we go through isopropyl, but so this is isopropyl alcohol, 100%. What you do is put the parts in here in the glass, right? And then this is an ultrasonic cleaner that will be filled with distilled water. And then you basically have the parts in water in here, then you have glass, and then isopropyl alcohol in here, and then you submerge it like this, right? Turn it on for I'm gonna go for 10. I'm gonna try 10 and then potentially 15 minutes. And basically, what an ultrasonic cleaner does is it puts out, there's ultrasonic transducers in here, and they put out ultrasonic waves, and they create lots of little cavitations all around the part, and TLDR, it removes all of the machining oils and all of the physical debris. I'm going to be blowing them out and then removing putting them in one batch here, taking them back out of that with this. So have all the parts in here, and then I'm going to go through with the pressure, with the compressed air, blow them all out, blow them all dry. If there's anything in there, all the debris, remove it, and then it's going to go back into a second clean. This is a separate batch of isopropyl alcohol, cleaned, fresh, and then it goes back in the ultrasonic cleaner for another 10 minutes just to doubly make sure. That's the process that I'm doing here to remove all machining oils and remove any parts, so you guys aren't getting any little bits of shit in the product. You don't. It's that, yeah. We want to avoid anything like that, obviously. In saying that, when you get your device, open it up, check it, and give it a clean. Run it through some water. Don't trust a random bloke on the internet. Okay. This is what I'm going to be doing with all the devices, but just use your brain and just give it a little rinse off yourself as well, just to be safe. So these are the downstem parts. Now, luckily, I haven't had. There's no issues with these. There's no burs anywhere or any sharp threads. I've found, what do we have here? I'm collecting some ones that we've just had issues with. For instance, see this one from the factory has got a nick here. So I'm just collecting all of these defective parts, and yeah, just so I can get back to the manufacturer and just so I have a number on rough defects. So we're starting to track these things at least from the get-go. Yeah, all right. These are I've numbered all the parts here. So these are all the wooden parts, handles. These are ready to go, literally ready to assemble. Everything's ready to assemble there. Filters, everything is here. This is kind of like the assembly area. This needs to be cleaned, and then we assemble. Shitloads of 3mm synthetic ruby corundum balls for the thermal mass, and then for people who ordered the additional 200, the VerdaVap, for reference, holds a bit over 70 3mm balls in its thermal mass, and then we had another little add-on package where you could add 200 balls, because they seem to be sold in 200 lots, and I think that's probably for other ball vape devices, so we're selling them in 200 lots as well, as a little add-on, but you don't need to buy that if if you think if you're a bit clumsy and you, I don't know, going to clean the balls and just spill them everywhere, maybe it's worth just buying the spare ones. But otherwise, you never need to replace the ruby. It's only if you lose them, basically. But this is what the let's just show you. Alright, okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at here, and there's going to be a couple of other additional little fun things in here as well, but we'll save those as secrets for now. But I'll show you where we're at. So I thought this would be fun to throw in a little something for for the Aussies. You know these. This is nostalgia. You probably had these at the tuck shop when you're in primary school. These are awesome. For everyone else, a little taste of Australia, eucalyptus. fun hard lollies. That there, and then nothing, you know, not everything's good, so this is just a little bit of fuck you to, I'm not going to send this to everyone. The Aussies don't get this, but everyone else, you're getting a little thing of Vegemite, just so you can suffer, okay? Not everything is good in life, and this is just a little bit of pain that you have to endure to, you know, just to experience the whole package, alright? So, this is a rose gum VerdaVap. Bit of a lineup, so this is rose gum pre-baked, rose gum baked. Honestly, I like this more. This is I think this is getting close. This is probably my favorite. I don't know. I really like the Meranti. I like the fact that it's the brown, and I like that it's really distinct grains. But honestly, the rose gum, the red, I love that red, like that red rosy tint to it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really like the rose gum after it's been baked. I'm kind of happy that happened. I know there's probably going to be a couple of people who would have preferred it to be like this, but some, you know, some things just happen. Some things just happen. The process of things. So this is the 200 balls. These are done by weight. You know, obviously not counting out individual balls. So we've just got they're I think it's literally like there's 0.05 grams each. So it's like literally like a rounded number. I think a rounded weight. I think it's like 10 grams or whatever, something like that. Yep, that's if you've ordered the additional packet of backup balls, that's 200. This is if you've ordered the degummed hemp fiber. This is what to expect. That's degummed hemp fiber for concentrates. And the burner. And it comes in a little plastic packet, but the plastic packet's not in this one, but that's what to expect. Anyway, so what we have left, I think we've gone through everything. So all we need to do is, as soon as I've turned this camera off, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and I'm going to start cleaning these, blowing them out, and cleaning them all up, ready to go. And then literally, it's assembly. I mean, that's it. It's like about 10 kilos of these hard lollies here. I can't believe it, guys. I can't believe that we're at this point after this amount of time. Genuinely, like, I say it every video, and I really mean it. I really appreciate it. Like, literally, this has all spurred from an idea that I had this is literally the first. This is the first revision. This is the first thing. This is literally just a stainless steel pill bottle, and I had this stuck into this, and mind you, it looked kind of a little bit nicer. It like I had it rigged up like this, so it kind of looked not horrible, you know. It was set like that, but like that's literally the pill bottle lid, and then I just threaded that in. I posted a video onto Reddit, and people were like, I'd buy that, I'd buy that, I'd buy that, and I'm like, oh shit, well I couldn't sell that, that's horrible. And this was in October 2023, and now we're in like May 24, and here we are. We're at a point where I have something that I'm proud. I really am. I'm proud of where we've come in such little time, and I'm beyond excited for the future. I have so many plans. Oh, guys, really. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. It's been amazing. It's been such a big learning experience, and like stressful times with things not being delivered and this and that, but you know, this has been the biggest learning experience I've ever had. I've learned more, you know, I feel like I've learned more practical information in my whole like electrical engineering degree, you know what I mean? Like I've learned so much just building things and getting things done and just doing it. So really, thank you guys so much genuinely thank you. And if you want one of these things, VerdaVap.com. If there's any in stock, you'll be able to see there. Thank you guys so much, really. Wild. So yeah, I mean, we'll be expecting to ship these like next week, probably. So, yay! Exciting!